Greetings, my friends. Reformed Stoic here with another message for you. We'll see how long this goes. I made a video a while ago. I can't remember the exact title. Something about the Panopticon Surveillance Society. I made it like a few months after I moved here, I think. It was pretty like ranty and unorganized. It wasn't that deep. I really didn't have that much to say about it at the time. And I'm pretty sure I privated it because it just wasn't that great. Well, I feel like I have a lot more to say on that subject now. So I'm just going to riff on this for hopefully, 5-10 minutes and see if maybe once again, or maybe even for the first time, I can help kind of wake some people up to the big picture here. Are you aware of the kind of totalitarian, collectivist shithole society that is forming all around us? Perhaps you've seen evidence of it on Facebook, the kind of group mentality where if you ever step out of line, you get screenshotted, and then all your friends and family hop into discussions about you and tar and feather you and try to ruin your reputation. Hey, did you ever hear of that DARPA website that shut down like a month or so before MySpace or Facebook? I'm gonna need to go look up these articles and get the better information on that, but you'll figure it out. Google like pre-DARPA or pre-Facebook DARPA website. You'll figure it out. You've probably already heard about it. Or maybe you've seen evidence of it on Reddit, where the Gulag gatekeeper mods, well, they've been given all the power. And I'm pretty sure regular people are mods. I'm pretty sure it's not like CIA or Department of Homeland Security, or they're not all Freemasons or Illuminati. Just some regular pizza-faced Joe Blow gets to be a mod. But haven't we all seen how they just love that kind of power where you're in the gulag because I said so. Wah, 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 cry, 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 cry. I have the power, you don't. Hey, that's kind of like the Stanford prison experiment. Remember that one? Look it up if you're not familiar. I'm pretty sure they teach you it in Psychology 101 and even a basic psychology high school equivalent class. I learned about Milgram's experiment and the Stanford prison experiment in a high school psychology class. Now, Milgram's experiment was the one where they're told to administer shocks, and they continue to administer a higher level of shocks after people fail questions on a survey. Wrinkles, not right now. I'm making a video. And what they found is that 80% of people were not able to say, hey, you know what? I'm not going to put this person in pain. They're begging for me to stop. Because what would happen is like a guard would say, no, keep doing it, it's fine. 20% of people said, no, you know what? This is weird. I'm out of here. I'm not going to torture this person. 80% of people continued to administer shocks all the way to the most painful. So basically in high school, you learned that 80% of people were incapable of standing up to authority. Rick Perry, shout out. He's the one who pointed this out to me. I mean, this is high school stuff, but a lot of people don't get the big picture here. And then in the Stanford prison experiment, I believe it lasted for 2 weeks. Some people were given the roles of guards, authority figures, and other people were given the roles of prisoners. And what happened over the course of these 2 weeks is the experiment degraded into humiliation and borderline torture, and basically the people in these authority roles became evil. Again, high school psychology. So what did we learn in high school psychology? That 80% of people are incapable of standing up to an authority that's telling you to hurt people, and that when given positions of authority, people tend to become evil and hostile and cruel. Wow, so we basically were taught the totalitarian, wicked nature of authority when we were in high school. So Reddit, right? Reddit mods, they're the gulag keepers, people who are not very high status, but they're given this power and they tend to abuse it, don't they? And then Facebook, weaponizing the group mentality, you know, your friends and family and people that you used to love and trust or that you still love and trust. Hey, why are you doing this to me? Kind of like when, you know, I had some hard times on Facebook and why didn't anybody message me? Why didn't anybody say in my message box, hey, Jake, I'm a little bit concerned with what you're saying lately. Talk to me, bro. You're my buddy. No, they just go straight to the post where you're being screenshotted and people are making accusations against you and they all dance around a fire with your effigy thrown inside it and they all like shit and piss on each other and basically have like a nice little satanic ritual right on Facebook against you. Obviously, that's hyperbole. But you get my point. So Facebook is a part of this collectivist mindset, and Reddit shows a collectivist mindset where if you don't conform to the narrative, you get thrown in the gulag by the gulag keeper who's, you know, Joe Blow, 40 grand a year pimple face. Not CIA, not FBI. So then you have Based 4chan. Whoa, Based. Everybody knows the truth here. They went after Trump. The whole deep state's after Trump with his Russia allegations. Well, if you haven't seen my podcast, it's in my live tab. It's one of the latest, maybe like last 5 or 6 videos in my live tab. I did a podcast on the Shadow, CIA, Abraxas, Trapwire, fusion centers. You see, Trump replaced Flynn with the president of Abraxas Corp to make him the national security advisor. So basically the president of the Shadow CIA was put in the national security advisor position by Trump. And Trump said, quote, he would not have an issue undoing the mandates against the Patriot Act. So when people were kind of trying to like undo some of the totalitarian measures put in place by the Patriot Act, well, Trump went ahead and said that he'd be fine undoing that undoing, bringing back the Patriot Act to the full early American extent, baby. Department of Homeland Security, right up your ass. Fucking gulag mods on Reddit, throwing you in the gulag for dissenting from the collectivist group speak. Hey, Facebook, I think I'm going to speak my mind. Hey, I think all your friends and family are going to dance around a fucking fire and try to ruin you. Do you guys have any fucking idea what America has become? Trump's going to save us. No. Trump's going to drain the swamp. No, he's not. He is the swamp. Oh, well, then Biden's going to drain the swamp? No, he's also the swamp. Well, then what's the solution? Now, this isn't going to sound like really like political science heavy. This isn't really going to be one of my more impressive philosophical actually tier answers. There's no solution. The government is fucking evil. Now, I want you to try to think way back to elementary school when you learned about Hitler for the first time. Anybody remember maybe you had a teacher who was, you know, teachers are trying to like show off their chops. They're trying to make a difference in these kids. Sometimes. Not a lot. A lot of teachers are totalitarian nutbags as well. But maybe you have this same memory that I had where somebody told you that the Nazis would create a problem that they could offer the solution to. And now, I feel like a lot of people on my channel and a lot of people in these circles I've been in, well, you guys think America First is the solution, don't you? You think 4chan exposing, you know, those who shall not be named as the real problem, just like Hitler did. That's the solution, isn't it? Because we gotta deal with these leftists. Well, the government created the leftists, and now the government's also creating the far right-wing solution. Man, it's almost like our fucking system is the Nazis. Oh, wait! Operation Paperclip. And I've been getting these copy pasta responses on 4chan. No! You can't say that! You can't say... They were just giving Nazi scientists an opportunity to integrate into our government. Let's see how fast I can pull this up, boyos. Give me a minute. I'm opening up I need my red pill folder. Here we go. I just blew it. I just blew it. Blowing it. Give me a minute. Here we go. Red pills. I need to organize it. Not like this. Columns. Here we go. Paperclip. So, they're just recycling the Nazi scientists. Yeah, well, they put Sidney Gottlieb in CIA, TSS, and MK Ultra. And if you guys ever heard good things about MK Ultra, well, no, that's because MK Ultra was raping children and torturing people to the absolute brink of their limits so they could create mind control slaves. Yeah, not really based, is it, guys? Based? Torturing children? No, that's not really based, is it? Yeah. The thing is, guys, is that you think that Nazis are the solution, but actually the CIA are Nazis. And this is basically, a lot of people like to point out that we're in the Weimar Republic right now. This is the Weimar Republic all over again. Yeah, well, remember when your 4th grade teacher told you that the Nazis created a problem and then they offered a solution? Well, it wasn't really the Nazis who created it. You see, there's a hidden hand all throughout history. Not quite all throughout history. When the Catholic Church had solidarity and complete power, they were kind of saving us from this. You know, I used to say some negative things about the Catholic Church. I know there's a lot of people out there who have a few negative things to say about the Catholic Church. You could call them a Leviathan. If you've ever read Hobbes's Leviathan, it's like a government that, you know, it can pound you into dust, but it also protects you from other enemies that are maybe more sinister. You know, say this or that about the Catholic Church. Well, it seems like we removed one Leviathan and replaced it with another, and this one's really nasty, guys. This one's really nasty, and yeah, America First isn't really going to save you. Donald Trump's not really going to save you. The Nazis aren't going to save you, guys, because you know what the Nazis do? They throw you in a fucking concentration camp, because let's be real, it wasn't just those who shall not be named. They put Catholics in the camps. They put Protestants in the camps. Hell, they put fucking anybody in the camps who had anything to say. And despite what maybe you learned from some FBI infographic, no, it wasn't really nice in the camps. They fucking tortured you. They starved you. They fucking killed you. They put you up against firing squads, and they put you up in gas chambers. And yeah, you don't really want to be in a Nazi concentration camp, do you? You see, guys, the thing is, if you might have spent the last 10 years or 5 years on 4chan getting super based with America First and Donald Trump. Yeah, none of them are going to save you because Donald Trump went to a fucking Fordham Jesuit Intelligence University, and 2 members of his cabinet went to Georgetown University, same Jesuit Intelligence University that Wild Bill went to. Bill Clinton, yeah. Oh, Hillary Clinton versus Donald Trump. Well, the Clinton family and the Trump family are friends. Oh, well, they're not friends anymore. Are you sure about that, little buddy? You sure they're not still friends? Well, Nazis are going to save us. Oh, you sure, little buddy? The Nazis are going to save us? I think they're going to fucking shove a missile up your ass and throw you in a concentration camp. Yeah, you guys, y'all fell for it, okay? And I fell for it too. For a while. Because there's no solution. There's one solution for you, little buddy. And I'm not trying to be an asshole here. You need to accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. Because this totalitarian shithole collectivist government, this hidden hand that's been kind of like doing its thing throughout Western history, ever since like the millennium ended, during the Renaissance and the Protestant Reformation, and the beast was allowed to be released from the pit and deceive the world. Yeah, ever since then, we've been under complete, they've been developing the system. And guess what, buddy? We live in it now. You and me, balls deep inside of this totalitarian shithole government. Well, I think I better vote blue next time. Oh gosh, I think I better vote red next time. Well, who do you want to vote for, buddy? Skull and Bone Society John Kerry or Skull and Bone Society George W. Bush? Gee, choices. Should it be Jesuit Georgetown University, Wild Bill's wife? Or should it be Jesuit University, Fordham University, Donald Trump? Man, thank you, Donald Trump, for putting the president of Abraxas, the fucking shadow CIA inventor of trapwire that sold to fusion centers, in the national security advisor position. And Donald Trump said, quote, I would be more than happy to fully reinstate the Patriot Act. Thank you, Donald Trump. Wow, maybe that's why I'm getting fucking gang stalked now. Because Donald Trump took this shithole totalitarian country and made it even more totalitarian and shithole. But there's more, baby. I'll bet Biden's got something up his sleeve. And whoever fucking wins the next election, I'll bet they got something up their sleeve too. Because there's nothing less important than who wins a democratic election. I thought maybe you Hitler bootlickers would have realized that, because the part of Hitler's honeypot that was correct was saying that democracy's a fucking sham. There's no escape. There's no solution. We're all gonna stand here and hold hands and wait to fucking die, baby, by this totalitarian shithole government that we all stood in a circle and did nothing about, baby. They create the problem and then they offer the solution. It's no different. It's exactly the same. Just in the way that everybody cheered for Hitler to come into power and take care of the problems right before he threw them in concentration camps to be tortured and starved to death. That's what's gonna happen to us now. Whee! Okay, this became like really facetious. But, yeah. Just some kind of food for thought, and this is kind of what I request of you. I respectfully ask that you kind of just tone down, like, you know, you look at like 4chan, it's all the absolute state of women. Let's focus on that a little bit less, because, you know, the black pill's a honeypot. Obviously, I've already pointed that out. All these black pill channels, like, you know, Todd, the Happy Coomer, or whatever the fuck he's changed his name to, the latest after he's running away from these accusations. He's been trying to dox me like nonstop because I'm fucking exposing this honeypot that he's a part of. So yeah, the black pill's a fucking honeypot. And then, you know, your far right politics, if you could put aside your black pills, because that's a honeypot, and if you could put aside your far right politics, you know, America First and Baked Alaska, because that's also a honeypot. So if you could kind of just put aside all these government honeypots and focus a little bit more on the fact that we're sinking into a totalitarian collectivist shithole. You were right about normies. Did you just deny a CIA narrative, my dude? Yeah, you're right about normies, because guess what? The normies who point at Star Wars and make a soy face and say, oh, Funko Pop, they're going to point at you and say, put him in the gulag, put him in the gas chamber. And you know what? They might say it because you're doing a microaggression like the left says, or they might say that you denied America First and Nick Fuentes, the new based and red-pilled dictator. You're either going to a gulag to starve to death and get tortured and forced to work, or you're going to go to a concentration camp to get tortured and starve to death and get forced to work. Which sounds more based? Communism, dude. Fascism, dude. How about we don't lick fucking boots, boyos? Does that sound alright to you? Look, freedom has its flaws. It really does. I mean, ultimately, we got here through freedom. America, 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 fuck yeah. Go to the gulag or go to the concentration camp. It doesn't matter, bro. This is what I tell libertarians and Republicans. Like, you can keep going back to 1950, but Vatican II and feminism and this whole Pandora's box of liberal cancer will happen over and over and over again 5 years later. Okay? There's no escape from what is about to happen to this country. And anybody who ever supported the alt-right, I'm one of you. I want you to sit there And I want you to watch the country become a fucking totalitarian shithole. No, 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 no. Don't bury your head. Don't look away. You cheered for it. You wanted it. You supported it. You called people who are against it lolbertarians and fence sitters. I want you to sit there and smile while this country becomes a totalitarian shithole. Because I'm going to be right there with you, buddy. Because I got brainwashed too. And the left, if you're like, oh, you finally saw through your bigotry. Yeah, you guys are fucking stupid too. And you're also totalitarian nutbags. And I'll see you in the gulag or the concentration camp. It doesn't really matter, dude. Do you want to get force-fed fucking glass and tortured to death by people wearing blue shirts? Or do you want to get force-fed broken glass and tortured by people wearing fucking red shirts? Red versus blue. Hey, it's kind of like the Crips versus the Bloods, or it's like the red corner versus the blue corner, or it's kind of like the Girondins versus the Jacobins. Hey, is there some sort of like a fucking Masonic pattern between red and blue? I don't know. But hey, you guys, I just think now's a good time to say, buckle up, buckaroos, because the beast system, it's here. And it's been here for a long time. Jesus will save you from damnation. But as far as the fucking surveillance, totalitarian shithole, useful idiot, NKVD, Nazi surveillance nightmare fusion center state, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and need you to realize that you can't fucking do anything about that. Okay, little buddy? Okay, little buddy. God bless you guys. I'm sorry that this became like facetious, but you know, I just gotta say it how I feel it. God bless, my friends.